welcome to the Unbreakable Hearts channel.
Good afternoon here again, YouTube people. What is going on with y'all today? I'm here once again, and we're going to talk about money. Money is just an energy. If you can bring yourself to the same level as money, energy-wise, you will have everything that you need. Also, you more than that need my Father. There's been a few girls in my life, women, that felt like they didn't have enough money to be with me because they think of money as being power. And money is not power. You know, it reminded me of that song, I don't care who you are, where you're from, don't care what you did, as long as you love me. And that's how I feel. I don't need somebody to take care of me. I'm a big boy. I can take care of myself. But some people believe that if they have money, then they become powerful and they can, you know, take care of me or whatever. But I don't need to be taken care of. I have my Father and my angels taking care of me daily. I mean, people have, especially in my homeless days, people would walk up on the street corner, see me studying, praying, doing all kinds of stuff, and they would just hand me money or food or something like that. So I was never without, you know. I never went a single day without anything. Just like His word says, even the birds of the air I feed, I take care of. So what more if it's you? And I don't need somebody to take care of me, and I don't want anybody to believe that I need them just for their support. I said something recently, and this woman took it in a different sense. And I just wanted to say that when I said that there was no value, I didn't mean there was no value in her. I didn't mean that at all. I meant there's no value between us. Like, I'll go back in time, you know, we used to chat together. We had wonderful conversations with one another. I miss that in her. I do. But, you know, through it all of a sudden, she becomes cold towards me. And she doesn't chat with me the way she is. Together, and I brought that up to her several times, and she didn't seem to care about it. It's like she totally left the building when it came to that. I said, why don't you communicate with me a lot more? And this is why I felt like there was somebody else in her life, and I'm really positive now that that is true. You know, I always have loved her from the very beginning. It didn't matter to me that she didn't have any money or stability or anything like that. I was ready to take care of her at all costs. And, Then she said something not too long ago that really threw me for a loop. She said, "How do I love you? How can I love you?" That is definitely the wrong saying to say to somebody. I can't teach you to love me. You have to know what love is in order to be able to love somebody else. And of course, I love my Father. My Father is within me, so therefore I am able to love people the way that I should love people. And I've never had that problem, so I don't understand where she was coming from with that. I don't understand that at all. And then I did make a statement to her about being a witch, okay? There's a fine line between that when it comes to the Bible. Talks about witchcraft and that. And she was going into people's bathrooms and peeing in their bathroom, and different blessings were coming to them. And then she was saying some kind of quote that is actually a witch's spell. And I know this to be true. I looked it up online. I found it, and it made me feel some kind of way that she was doing that kind of thing, because she has talked to me about her salvation and how she believes in my Father and this and that. And how can you say those things but still go behind the scenes and do magic spells and things like this? So therefore I said to her that she was a witch. She got hurt by that, and I didn't mean to hurt her. I was just trying to bring her to a reality that, yes, my Father said that you could move mountains if you had that type of faith. But when you're talking about a certain thing, you know, like rain, for instance, the Indian people, American Indian, Native Indians, whatever you want to call them, they do rain dances, and they believe that they can stop the rain or start the rain or whatever. That is more along the line of a witch's spell. My Father actually brings rain, because rain does good things. And when you're talking about stopping or starting the rain, that's where it becomes a little bit weird, you know? Like, there was that time that Jesus was in a boat, and he was asleep, but he was with his disciples, and a storm started up. And he stood up in the boat and commanded the sea and the rain to waver, to stop. And it happened, okay? But when you're talking about certain things, then it becomes kind of weird. And, you know, it sounds a lot like a witch's spell. And they truly are. So you have to be careful when you're talking to people about certain instances, because we all get tied up into things, and then you start going a little bit too far with it, and it can give somebody a weird sense of, you know, well, if you could do that, maybe you could try to do spells on me, you know, love spells, financial spells, and things like this. And it makes a person really think. Because I had some difficult times, And as I was talking about in the last video, I have a twin, and she would hate for me to be ahead of her. You know, she doesn't want me to be in a better financial state than herself. And so she spoke things into the universe or whatever. She just spoke them out loud. She talked about me behind my back. She did a lot of things that were not acceptable as far as I'm concerned. She's done numerous things. I had relationships before that seemed to be going very well, and then all of a sudden they just beep. They were gone just as fast. You know, you could basically say gone in 60 seconds. Hang on 1 second while this ambulance goes by. There we go. Okay, so, you know, anytime that people give you this feeling and thinking about what's going on in your life, you know, I wasn't meant to be homeless, but there were certain things that were said that caused this to happen. And I know now what happened, and I know that it wasn't a good thing. It wasn't a good feeling. And, you know, some people would like to take you off of your high horse and wish the very worst for you, because you're actually doing 100 times better than they are, and they're jealous of that and envious, and, you know, those kinds of things. And I could never be jealous of anybody else. I don't put myself above anybody, but I don't put myself below anybody either, you know. It has to be that way, and you have to wish even your worst enemy the best. And believe me, I do. I wish my enemies the best. You heard it first from me. It doesn't matter. You know, I like I say, I love everybody. It doesn't matter who you are or what you've done to me in the past. I forgive you, and I love you. And that's all I can say as far as that goes. But I do want you to know, I love you so much. Love yourself. Love my Father God, and by all means love each other, people. Until the next time, love, peace, and soul.